Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, thank you for hanging out with me today. We are talking about one of the mods that have came out recently, the Pond Water Store. Let's go in here under Placeables. And I believe it's under Miscellaneous. Yep, there it is. The Pond Water Station is what it's called in here. It's $500, and there's a maintenance fee of $5 per day. It takes up 4 slots to place. Now, here's the funny thing. It's cheap, yes, but you have landscaping costs that are associated with it. That's kind of one of the bad points about the whole thing. Um, but I kind of wanted to go through and find out where my information ran off to. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. Just to kind of sit here and talk about it for just a minute. Uh, the information that I have, I got off of farmingsimulator.com's website. The modder itself it's by Dorset. Manufacturer is Lizard. The release date was 1/7/2019. It's for Mac, PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Cost I was saying was $500 plus landscaping. The category it falls under is placeables. Excuse me. The requirements: create a small depression prior to placement. Um, I did not look at the rating, the star rating that users have given this on their site, but I give it maybe 3 stars. And I'll kind of explain why. This is my thoughts and opinions on the whole thing. The good: water's free. Water doesn't cost you anything to fill up your water tanker, depending on if you're using the Joskin, Aquatrans, or you're using the bigger tankers to haul milk with. And it looks good. Um, the bad: the cost associated to place it. And the other thing, and I'll show you this once we get it placed, do a little bit of landscaping around it. You can't place anything next to it. And then I'll explain the ugly side of this mod. And I hope some information gets back to the modder Dorset to submit to Giants. Hey, we need an update to this. So we're gonna go in here. I don't own this land yet, but we're gonna buy this area here, and we're gonna put a pond here, and we're probably gonna put one in that sugar beet field back there. So in order to start this, we have to go into our landscaping tool. And what I'm going to do is increase my brush size all the way up. And we're going to put in, we're just going to paint this whole area right here grass. Just like this. Just so we have a nice area to work with. Okay. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to flatten some of this area. We'll go here, hold our RB, and we're just going to flatten this area right through here. Right and through here. Like so. Alright. Now, in order to place this pond, first thing we have to do is create a depression. A small sunken area. So what we're going to do is we are going to lower the land a little bit. Like maybe right there. We can kind of make a shallower spot. Let's put something there. And we'll go like kind of deep right here. So then what we're going to want to do is go into our painting tool, and we're going to want to pick some dirt of some sort. Let's see. I think that's more like mud. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's more like mud. We're not going to do mud. We'll paint that back grass. What's a good... I'm looking here. That's pig mud. I need just regular dirt. Oh, that works. So we're going to paint the area here around the bottom of our pond, because it's probably better to prep the surface of how you want it before you place the pond down, just so you can color it all in, make it look good, so on and so forth. Make that a little bit lower. Make our brush size a little smaller. Maybe make it one bigger. Let's say maybe right here. Go a little smaller. Might want to put some chunk rock in there, like click. Just for giggles. Who knows? Whatever you want to do. Put some chunk rock there. Let's go back to... let's do something like this kind of a texture, because we've been driving on it, backing up to the pond for some unknown reason. Okay, so once we have this all done, now we can exit out, go into our placeables, go into miscellaneous. We can come in here and select our pond. Okay, we'll put it just like that. Okay, so now we have the pond, but that still doesn't look acceptable to me. So we have to do a little bit more landscaping. So what we're going to do is go into landscaping, and we'll sculpt a little bit. We're going to drop this down just a tad bit more, just to kind of show, oh, hey, there's water here. Okay, we might want to drop that just a tad bit more. We can smooth the edges out, like so. So it's not so abrupt in this deeper spot. Kind of just smooth this out, smooth it out, smooth it out, smooth it out. like that. Put some more dirt in here. There we go. Like so. So now we have a nice little pond. Actually, I'm going to drop this area down here just a tad bit more. Like so. There we go. Now we have a cute little pond. Not too shabby, I would say. So with the landscaping and stuff like that, it was pretty costly. But like I said, it looks good. It's got some, nice animation there on the water surface. The pond lilies are moving around in the wind and floating on the water. Looks good. Now comes the ugly. Actually, we're not going to do the ugly just yet. We're actually going to put down another one, which gets into the ugly. If you don't flatten out the land first, okay, now that's relatively flat right there. As you can see, that is the diameter of the pond. That is how big it is. I did mention that I was going to touch on another bad point once we got the first one placed. With the diameter of this, if you make your pond really, really small, you could probably drive within that circle area and the trigger will come up to fill your whatever trailer that you happen to be using to haul water. It'll come up, so you could be, I would say, 20 feet from the pond and your trigger is going to come up. You're not going to actually see the water. Now, if you create a small pond, you're not going to be able to place anything within that radius. You're not going to be able to get a shed or any other placeable right up next to it. Now, if you had the place anywhere mod, like PC does, you'd be able to place this down, put another placeable right on top of it. Now let me explain that by showing you, like if I wanted to put a sandcastle, right there, I can't. It won't let me, just because of the object. I can put it out here because that is the boundary of the pond. See? I can't. I mean, I could create a beach right there, by going into landscaping, going to my painting tool, and create a big old beach out here if I wanted. Even though it doesn't look like a beach to me, just because we don't have the appropriate sand texture. But now I could go into decorations. See, I could put a sandcastle right there. But that to me just does not look good. I would want it right next to it, not way out here. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna sell this. I'm gonna sell my sandcastle. And then I'm gonna go back into landscaping and I'm gonna change that. Even though, let's see, the sandcastle gave us a texture of, where is it? Of this right here. But to me, that just looks too shiny. I don't know why. So I guess that would be sand. It'd be nice if Giants, and I mentioned that in my landscaping 101 video. It'd be nice if Giants would incorporate the name of the ground texture that you're selecting, so it'd be easier to say rock, sand, pig mud, etc. But we can only hope that that would happen someday. Um, so since we're in sculpting, actually, we're gonna go and we're gonna place another pond without landscaping first. So we're just gonna kind of throw it right there. All right. Okay, so now we're gonna walk up to it, and I want to show you, if you don't place the pond on level ground, you can see the line. So now we'd have to build the land up. Okay, you can see underneath it. Now we have to build the land up around it. Okay, so we'd start from here. So let's go into landscaping, and what we're going to do is we're going to paint first. And we'll use that nasty looking mud color, like so. We're going to paint around it. Just like this. We'll paint underneath it. So now we have a huge pond. We'll go into our sculpting tool, and we're going to push A to raise the land up to it. You have to raise it quite a bit. Okay, we got that. Alright, still have to go up a little higher. Alright, there we go. There we go. Like so. Still not high enough, I don't think. There we go. Raise the land. We're going to lower this down just a little bit, because I think I got it just a little bit too high. What we want to do is create a pond edge. Want to raise it up, so that way we get a nice edge around it, like so. But yeah, we have to build the edge of the ground, edge of the land, up to like that. And then what we can do, oops, here's a little spot that needs to come up. Maybe just a tad bit more. Okay, so now we have this area flat here, like so. Might want to drop this down just a little bit more to accentuate the little pond lilies and the grass. Might lower that down just a tad. There we go. And now we have to smooth it out. Now we can go around here and smooth out all of our edges. In case there's any high spots or something like that. We can smooth this all out. Like so. And we can smooth out our edges over here. Like this. Okay, any other spot that might be just a little bit too high. Okay, right down through here. Just smooth the land out. Make it look all nice and pretty. It's kind of high, doesn't look real natural. So there we go. So now we've got 2 ponds placed. Of course, one is 3 times larger than the other. But what happens if you sit there and say, I've placed it, I don't like it, I want to get rid of it? This is where the ugly part comes in. Go into your garage. We have 2. They're 200. We'll get back half of what we spent. Click on sell. We do not have the ability to sell it. We can click on it, but you can't sell it. That is the ugly part about this. And I've clicked on both of them. I don't have the ability to sell them. Another bad point is if we go back into here. Okay. What if we only want a pond that small? I think we should be able to, let me get over here where it's flat. I think we should be able to change the radius of that pond to make it smaller, to make it suit our needs as we see fit. So that's another drawback that I feel about this mod is we should be able to increase or decrease the size of it. We do have the ability to change the placement height, but no other ability to change the radius or anything like that. So that's your pond mod. The good and the bad and the extremely ugly part about it. So with that being said, I hope you have found this helpful and useful and informative in some way, shape, or form. If you have, give us a like. If you'd like to leave a suggestion or a comment, please feel free. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And I hope you all have a great and wonderful afternoon. Thanks for watching.
Renderforest.com